I have our differences on, you know, how much regulation or how much not. But I have always been a staunch capitalist. And so if
you at least believe that you at least apply it universally. So,
gentlemen, we're live.
You may think that if someone goes out of business,
Jamie, we can continue this another time.
All right.
So,
hello everyone. Ricky Uzumaki here, live from the land of Aloha, with my friends Nick and Jamie. Say hi, guys.
Why does he keep inviting me back?
Because
I don't know either.
Because you guys make streaming
I'm tied up
fun.
in his basement right now, and I'm just kidding.
You guys make streaming fun.
Enjoy the show. By the way, and by the show, I mean our rambling about stuff while we play this game. Yeah, that sounds about right. Like, at this point,
basically how this works is Ricky plays a game and we ramble about completely unrelated shit.
I was looking at like some of the other ones. I was looking at some of the other ones. Let's see, 8 views, 10. So far, part 3 is the least viewed part.
Shortest amount of time, so it makes sense.
Let's see here. Part 2 is actually the most viewed at 16. Like, impressive.
Yep.
Yeah, back to this.
Forgot how hard it was to, like, it's really fucking hard to get any video that gets any kind of actual traffic. Like, you know how I was fucking excited when I got video over 200 views?
Yeah, I imagine you were pretty fucking hyped.
And now my most viewed video is closing in on that 3,000 number.
So, I'm assuming Goofy was turned into a turtle just so he could actually continue to use his weapon.
Pretty much.
And also because he looks dopey as fuck.
Pretty much.
Meanwhile, Donald just looks creepy.
Yeah, as a friggin' octopus merman.
Octopus duckman, I believe is the correct terminology, Ricky. Don't be racist.
True. Alright. Gotta head out to the Undersea Gorge, and if I remember right. Yep.
Where we get eaten by sharks. What? There was a shark attack scene in Little Mermaid.
And you have to fight that shark in this game.
Oh, fun! Why am I not surprised? Well, it's either that or, well, I imagine Ursula is the final boss.
Of this world? Yep.
The seaweed is harder. Oh, boy.
Something for you, look in general.
Come on!
I'm dead.
Alright. Ariel's Grotto. Head in.
And it cues Triton fucking wiping out Ariel's pork collection. Actually, Ricky, think of it like this. Ariel is the granddaughter of Poseidon.
Nice.
Because Triton, in Greek mythology, is one of the sons of Poseidon.
Which means she's the granddaughter of the god of the sea.
And also, that means that she would be related, she is cousin to Hercules. Because...
something. Because apparently you can do screen share on mobile. I'm wondering if that means that since I have a premium Verve account, and I have Discord on mobile, what if I do screen share and open up Verve? Would that mean y'all be able to watch anime with me?
Sure.
We probably shouldn't be doing that on Ricky's stream so he doesn't get copyright struck again. like copyright like shit again.
I said after this stream I want to try it.
Okay.
That's probably gonna be when I go to probably like right before I go to bed.
Alex is supposed to be getting on tonight.
Well, the stream should probably be done before he gets on. You see that little trident hole thing? That's gonna be important later.
Quick, let's nick Triton's trident. Yes. Triton is the Greek god of the sea, son of Poseidon and Amphitrite. I believe he did show up in the Percy Jackson books. I believe the last one of the original series.
Yeah, he did. He was kind of a dick to Percy.
Those impudent fools will never find the keyhole. But the girl could prove you.
Someone made this, and it was fucking hilarious.
On my side. Triton, my old friend. Your days.
Yeah, it's basically like it's like a war medal, basically.
Send you a PM because it's funny, but I have a feeling that with Sean's delicate sense of humor, he might not get it. If you remember this scene, I PM'd to you. Like, that isn't suggestive at all.
Depends on how much hentai you've seen.
Oh, the hentai.
Exactly. Are they trying to stop that thing or ride it?
Ride it. Well, wrong area.
Hope we don't get a stream demonetized for talking about schmentai on the stream.
But he doesn't have it monetized to begin with.
Hope we don't get it pulled down because we're talking about schmentai.
Off-brand, I believe it is the correct term.
Well, Nux calls it schmentai, and I like that term a little better.
I was going by a lost cause term.
Also, this is just funny. I think this one's safe to share in general.
Ah, Maple.
Seen that show?
Yes, I have.
She's the original cinnamon roll.
She is basically the progenitor of the cinnamon roll archetype. I don't care what anyone says. She is. All hail cinnamon roll overlord. He's the overlord of cinnamon rolls.
Who min-maxed defense.
Yeah, and the devs of that game cannot actually balance the game worth a darn.
Those damn devs.
Honestly, like, those things were hilarious. And the devs just, like, panicking and trying to figure out what the fuck.
Time she'll uncover even weirder skills. Take your eyes off her for a second, and she'll turn into a fur ball or monster or something. I'm just playing the game normally, you know. As if.
Possibly because she... Oh, God.
Okay,
God.
Just gotta look around a bit and figure out where to go.
So,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
literally
this-
faced off against a boss that was supposed to be literally unbeatable.
And they won.
Yes. And the devs were in a fucking panic.
And also, she has a shape-shifting size turtle named
Come on!
Wholesome.
They combine together to make Maple.
Wholesome.
I'm just like, my heart can't take this.
Dang it.
It's awesome.
Ricky seen that anime?
I have not yet.
Come on.
Oh my god, Ricky's here. It is like one of the best. It's like, when you say it's one of the best, it's not the best, like, video game anime, if you will.
If you're saying of all time, then no, because like there's some video game based anime that go back quite a ways back that I remember. But
So, I'm going to assume
of the modern era, I'd say
Yeah.
so.
it is way better than Ricky. Let's go like this. It is, yeah, of the modern era, which has a lot
One
of bad.
Like GGO was pretty good. Not the one. It wasn't. Not the one written by what's his face, but the one with Lynn. That was written. That was made basically on a bet. Basically, someone went up to the author of SAO and basically said, "Yeah, you're kind of shit, and I could do a much better job than you." And the guy said, "Yeah, I'd like to see you try." So he did, and succeeded.
Wait, he did that to the SAO guys?
Yes.
That mad fucking props. Mad fucking
He
props.
literally went up to the fucking author and said, "Yeah, I can do this better than you." He's like, "I'd love to see you try." So he did, and he succeeded.
SAO is just archetypal bad. Like, it's basically how not to do a video game anime.
Basically, you want to know how staunch a difference it is? SAO, I'd rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 at about a 1.5. I only give it the extra 0.5 because Yui was adorable. GGO, on the other hand, the one that's completely unrelated, I'd give it a solid 7.5 out of 10.
Not bad.
Yeah, like, it's not even fucking comparable. Like, and the best part is, Kirito doesn't make a single appearance.
I understand GGO, while not the best, probably in the history of the game anime, is still pretty good.
Basically, instead of making it like, oh, if you die in the game, you die for real. No, they're like, oh no, this is still just ultimately a game, and we're basically exploring the psychology of people who play this game and how it could possibly be used to help people who have self-image issues work past that through VR.
Basically, helping society through video games.
Lynn, IRL, she's 6.5 feet tall in middle school. And she is very self-conscious about her height.
I never understood why people be self-conscious about their height. Oh, okay, maybe short, but tall? Like, people are into that.
She's like, so she gets into VR hoping that, maybe I get into a game and I play as someone short and cute. Maybe then I'll be able to come out of my shell a bit more, because her self-confidence issues made it where she had an extremely difficult time making any friends, because she just assumed that people saw her as a freak without ever even talking to them.
Sorry to hear that.
It's more like, and this story is more of like a story of like self-improvement, like improving your mental state and stuff like that, And I think they did a commendable job. Jackie Kawahara, that's the name of that asshole who wrote SAO. Yeah, he got he didn't let his pride get the better of him and accept that challenge.
Makes him look bad.
Yeah, because he's like, this motherfucker, this fucking mad lad, was like, yeah, I can do a better job with your properties than you can. Like, it's so mismanaged. It's not like there isn't potential here. It's just you're not going to reach that potential with you riding it.
Like, okay,
like,
even with the idea, like Jamie, even with the idea of like with SAO, like, oh, if you die in the game, you die in real life, like that kind of thing. There's still potential with that idea. Kind of dead on arrival
was
idea.
Supposed to be that at a certain point, the digital world becomes just as meaningful as the real world. But the thing is, that happens in real life already. You don't need to add a death mechanic to make games feel just as meaningful as real life. People already devote thousands of hours a year to MMOs without VR.
Hell, that's the whole reason Overlord happened.
Yeah, and despite my issues with Overlord, it did a better job than SAO.
And that was only just like to set up the origin of how this happened. That's not even really focused all that much. Like
900 or so years in the future.
SAO is what?
Isn't Overlord like 900 years in the future, though?
Give me a second. Oh, I can't believe they're making a 4th season of that nonsense.
It's very popular. Some people like the fact that they see it as, and I quote, Game of Thrones the anime.
Even before even Game of Thrones' bad seasons, like season 8, you can at least watch that and laugh at how bad it is.
But like Overlord's still not bad. Like it's not actually a bad anime. It's just
it's waste. In my opinion, it's a lot of wasted potential.
It's not as good as it could be, but it's not bad.
I almost want to write a fucking story just to take the basically take that kind of concept with Overlord and actually do it right. I don't know what I'd do, but I want to do that.
All right.
Don't you, Jamie?
Yeah. You know that Overlord in the Yojo Senki universe,
Sunken
like,
ship.
in Tanya's previous life, Overlord was a thing.
The sharks should be around here.
Former life was in our world.
No.
I know that because on the wall of the train station where Tanya was pushed off in front of the train, there was a poster advertising Overlord.
That's amazing.
Oh, shark!
But no, Jamie, that is legitimately amazing.
Apparently, the author was a fan, because apparently that little Easter egg exists in the light novel too, and the manga. Which means technically an isekai quartet. When Tanya ran into Ainz, she should have immediately recognized him. I mean, there's also the chance that she just never watched the show, but still.
So, Jamie, Overlord takes place in the year 2138 when he gets stuck in the game, when he gets, isekai like that.
He goes to sleep in the game in a VR MMORPG where you literally have a Ethernet port in the back of your neck.
Yeah, like it's Halo or like the Matrix or something.
Heal.
This type of technology, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, what I think I need is an Ethercord cable to have a port to my nervous system.
But if I had that plugged into my head in order to get in the game, I'd probably log out before taking a nap.
Who knows what? Yeah, who knows what that would do to your brain?
But no, Jamie, do you understand why I would want to actually like write a story based kind of maybe on the concept of Overlord, but do it right?
Do you want to do what that guy did to Reki Kawahara?
Yes! Well, basically, okay, because the concept, like SAO, the concept of Overlord is not a bad one. And I don't even argue that it's a bad anime, it's just that it doesn't live up to its potential.
It's just a lot of wasted potential.
Yeah, that's really the biggest down. Well, also, I despise Ain's entourage of sycophant.
I mean, Salatier. I love Salatier.
Salatier is the only one because he's a suave badass. Everyone else can just be bitch.
Yeah, but Salatier, the Gothic Lolita vampire, who's a total sadist.
Yes. And she's about the only one that I'm fine with. I mean, also she had that early arc where like she went nuts and she and Ain's fought. Like that was pretty cool.
Edge of my seat was like Salatier was able to go toe to toe with Ain's.
Yes, like see, that's the first big problem I have. Like, that's the first big problem with Overlord. Is the lack of stakes.
They need to have more stuff like that, because Ain's had to resort to using cash shop items, which are basically items that are made to be very broken.
Yeah, basically, that spice had actual tension, had actual stakes. It felt like, oh my god. If Ainz doesn't win this, if Ainz isn't careful here, he could die. And
yeah,
that was the... And in a way,
like,
the show
the moment Ainz started whipping out cash shop items, I'm like, oh, the tension just got real.
Because it's like, oh, yeah, again.
You can't replace those.
No, he's breaking out the big guns.
All right, we gotta put that crystal
Salatier didn't stay dead though, because like I love her character.
Oh, I like her too, but the problem I'm just sad that she's in a show that didn't allow her to see her full potential.
You disobeyed me again. I told you
Like,
not to
in
leave
the
the past.
just the second season, her screen time.
My dad's gone.
Okay.
Daddy, no! How could
Dick
you?
move, Trident. Triton. Dick move. Major dick move.
Young man, you're not from another ocean. You're from another world, aren't you?
Huh?
Then you must be the key bearer.
How did you know?
You may fool Ariel, but you can't fool me. You don't know your dorsal fin from your tail. As the key bearer, you must already know one must not meddle in the affairs of other worlds.
Of course I know that, but...
You have violated this principle. The key bearer shatters peace and brings ruin.
Oh, Sora's not like that.
I thank you for saving my daughter, but there is
Sorry
no
about that.
room in
Apparently
my ocean for you
my
or your
salary
key.
statement for taxes got mailed to my parents' place instead of here. And my dad just gotta send that. So my dad just asked, "That's fine. Tax day's not for a while. I just gotta." He's gonna put it on the mail tomorrow.
Poor child suffers.
But no, Jamie. Like I do like the idea of Oh, I can actually combine that with an idea I already had. Give me a while, Jamie. I might be able to come up with a basis of an idea we can work with for this.
Yes.
Just give me time. Give me time. I think I might have something.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, she would surely help you.
Then we're gonna have a Shalateer-like character.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Again, might not be one for one with, or like there might be different things happening or whatever than Overlord, which.
You're
But
Ursula.
but the idea of that seems like a cool.
Right. Helping
That seems like a cool idea.
For.
Also, was it season 2 or season 3 that adventuring party invaded Nazarick, and this poor girl was literally begging for mercy and got just her life snuffed out as she was trying to run away.
Mysterious.
Yes, I think it was 3. Want to say?
No, cheer up.
Bullshit. I fucking hated that. That's what made me lose interest in the show, because made me get all attached to that character. Like, I was closing in on Neo level attachment to that character.
And then death.
Yes, and not only that, but after they killed her, they basically stole her voice so they could give it to the Bug Maid.
Yeah, that's the other. I think that's kind of the other problem I have with Overlord is that even though this guy's technically our protagonist, he's basically the bad guy. He's basically sour.
Hey, I can get behind that. You know, I love my Tanyas and stuff like that. But at least Tanya has things that make her likable. Give me a reason to root for her.
Ainz, what's there to root for? He's already it's like he's unstoppable.
But not only is it unstoppable, but he also has no sense of empathy. There's nothing that makes me want him to win.
Right, like Tanya.
Like Shalateer. Okay, Shalateer, I can excuse her actions because she was literally programmed to be obedient to them. Like, as far as I can tell, she doesn't really have free will in this traditional sense.
No, but yeah, like if you look at the other 3 of the Isekai Quartet, other than Ainz, all of them you have reasons to root for and at the very least somewhat sympathize with them.
Except Demiurge, because like men, women, children, he holds them captive. And you know that paper that Ainz uses? You know what that comes from?
Oh fuck.
In the light novel, it's revealed Demiurge literally holds all these people that are captured in the base, well, on his floor, not the basement, on his floor, and skins them alive to make the paper, only to revive them so he can skin them alive again.
Well, no, Jamie, I meant the main 4. So, like Tanya, Ainz, Konosuba, the other guy.
Yeah, Konosuba's Kazuma.
Yeah, Subaru from ReZero.
Yes, like, I'm talking about those 4. The other 3, other than Ainz, all have, from what I can tell, some reason for you to root for them and sympathize with them. Even
and in season 2 of Isekai Quartet, there's also Shield Hero, and he got royally fucked over, so you definitely have a reason to care about him, despite the fact that he is an asshole. He has a good reason for being an asshole.
Yes, because, I mean, there's only so much a person can take before they become a permanent asshole.
The thing is, getting a false rape allegation was only the start of his being fucked with.
Exactly. Basically, again, all of those 4 have reasons.
Now, my dear,
You can sympathize with them. I mean, we don't even need to get into Tanya, because we all know Tanya. I mean, they're probably the most screwed over of all of them.
Yeah, she's done some bad, but, like, you still feel bad for her.
Yes. like the level of punishment that she has to go through is disproportionate of whatever sin she committed.
Worthy of being punished. Yes. Has she been punished more than enough already? I'd say so.
Yes. That's what I'm saying is, all these other characters, those main characters in the East End Quartet or whatever, have reasons. Ainz? Ainz is a fucking psychopath. Like, it's obvious.
Okay, some of his minions, like, are even worse, like Demiurge.
Yes, but even still, here's the thing. He has complete control over his minions. So like basically, they are sycophants him. He tells them to not do something. They don't do it.
They would never dare so much as even think about questioning the leader's intentions.
So the fact that this is like a war crime thing. Ainz is the supreme authority here. He has complete control over all of his minions. Be it from the lowliest little skeleton all the way up to Albedo and them. If he does not want them to do something, they will not do it. The fact that they are doing these things leads me, is basically, even if he doesn't know that they're doing that, he is still passively supporting it by allowing it to continue.
Like, if he really didn't want some of this shit to happen, you really think that they would put up any kind of argument at all?
Nope.
If he said to stop.
Nope, they would not. That's the one thing.
If I'm told Demiurge, okay, stop skinning humans to make paper,
he'd be like, very well, my lord, I shall go cut down a crack load of trees.
ruin the environment.
Well, for example, what is it? Okay, the big armor guy. I can't say his fucking name.
Udis.
Udis. Like, he gave him, like, when they conquered the lizard men, he gave him the order of, like, yeah, no, be firm but fair and just be a good leader to him. Like, don't be an asshole.
Udis has his own resolve, though. Like, later on, he does have a character arc, and he is shown to be an honorable warrior.
Yes, okay, he might be a bad example, but yes, he is, yeah, he has his own code of ethics, like, he is a good person in his own right, but the point still stands, you know, like, again, Demiurge. Demiurge has a lot of horrible things.
One of the better characters in Overlord, honestly, because think about it. He has a code of ethics. He fights with honor. He absolutely refuses to do any kind of low blows or anything like that. Anything dishonorable. When one of his foes dies by his hand, and he sees them as he recognizes. Before he deals the killing blow, he asks the lizardman's name. Because he wants to remember the honorable swordsman he slayed. And even after that, he asks Ainz to resurrect his fallen foe at a later date.
Yes, he, like the whole thing with the lizard men was like, all he wanted was an honorable, fair fight, and to test their mettle.
I didn't want this.
And yeah, that is like samurai code of ethics right there. Above that even.
Oh, yes. We had
Because even samurai were not above stabbing you in the butthole while you're on the toilet.
Yeah, because ninja. Yeah, because
We cannot
There were plenty of samurai that were also.
The keyhole is not here.
What?
Yeah, like, Arcutus, I like his character. He's very honorable.
Yes, he's a good, like, he is among all of them, like, this is one of the best, like, he is very good, a very good and well-written character. I just wish he got more screen time.
The trident.
Shalatier had the potential to be a very good and well-written character. They
He
just
just never got the chance.
They just didn't give her enough screen time.
Yeah, give her like the level of screen time that they gave Coyotes, and give her something to and give her something to do in that time that can establish her as a character, and I think it would work great, just like it did with Coyotes.
Also, I fucking love the bickering between her and Albedo.
Oh my god. Albedo is... I'll say this. Albedo does grind my gears, but whenever those two fight, that's like popcorn material.
Those two... Okay. Albedo, I fucking hate her on her own. But
I do
Albedo...
too.
But when Albedo and Shalatier are on screen together... Oh, that's just glorious.
That is comedic gold.
So gentlemen, did you guys see what Nick, did you see what
Like,
Triton said?
No secret's safe with Albedo, because first was it the first or second episode, just period, where Albedo reveals Shalatier's greatest secret, her biggest source of shame. She pads her chest.
Oh, yeah.
So Nick, did you see what Triton said earlier about how Keyblade fairs can't whip metal in the affairs of other worlds?
Yes.
That's where I got that.
We were gonna do our own version of Overlord, but not actually call it Overlord because copyright. If we were gonna do our own version, like I think like the Shalatier and Albedo type character, they would definitely have more screen time. Albedo wouldn't have much screen time on her own. It would be mostly those two playing off each other.
If we're gonna have an Albedo type character, we need to fix that, like, because the way Albedo is written is just like,
The thing is, we know why, because Ainz got a little pervy and decided to mess with her settings before the reset.
I'm gonna be honest. I want to know the version of Albedo before that, like what she was like before that. I imagine she was a much better character.
Did her as an NPC before it? Like, that's an episode 1 type shit.
Yeah, like. But yeah, our cutest character, definitely. That's gonna be that's gonna be fun. Hobby, collecting weapons. I love that.
I see that Demiurge, if he was written properly, he'd be like a Gustavo Fring type character, you know, from Breaking Bad.
Like someone who does a lot of bad things, but for good reasons.
Gustavo Fring, there's actually a video on Gustavo Fring I'd actually like you to see.
Okay. Wait, is he the chicken guy?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, now I remember. No, Jamie, I know what you're talking about now, sorry. It's been a while.
Come on!
Oh, yeah.
See that Demiurge was written well, like, to his full potential. He could be like the next Gustavo Fring.
Yes! God, yes! Oh,
And
my lord.
as I'm going with the reference to that show, cutest would be Mike.
Yes. But yeah, basically, yeah, again, these characters. Also, if we're gonna do the whole thing, like if we're gonna do our own Overlord thing, we need to tone down the whole sycophantic bullshit that the
thing is, I think that's supposed to be intentional though, because they were originally NPCs. For the first time ever, they actually use sentience and free will. They're not used to that. That's gonna take some getting used to.
But it's annoying.
Well, we find a way to make it less annoying. We show, maybe one of the NPCs has a little bit of an existential crisis. I mean, you've never had free will before, and now you're faced with all these voices. That would make you have a little bit of an existential crisis.
Yes. Yeah, like, I do have an idea.
I see Ainz, if he were well written, as being sort of the Walter White type character. Doesn't be a thing about who he actually is, okay? In his previous life, he was just an otaku. He was a gamer, and he didn't really have outside of video games. And now he's forced to basically play the role of the character he's played.
So basically,
but the role eventually turns into him. Eventually, him and his character become indistinguishable from each other.
They are.
Walter White.
He is.
Walter White slowly, over the course of the show, turns into Heisenberg.
So basically, he becomes Ainz old goal.
Slow transformation. You see every step of his descent into that character.
So Nick,
in the early seasons, he acts more human and more benevolent than you would expect. But slowly, as things progress, he starts getting more and more into character, and the line starts blurring a lot more.
He becomes more.
I am the one who knocks.
Or to use Ainz Olgon, he basically is becoming the tyrant. Basically, he's becoming the end boss.
All right, gotta fight Ursula.
Your time has come.
That line without context isn't that much, but the context was that basically Skylar was concerned, basically talking to Walter, like, what if, like, are any bad men gonna come knocking at our door and threaten our family? And he's like, no one's gonna come knocking. I am the one who knocked.
Meaning, he's not the one who's
the person who is to be feared. He isn't.
He's the one that's supposed. He's the one that comes for you, not the other way around.
He comes for him. He comes for you.
He's like an old-time mob boss. Like he's like a mob boss, basically, at that point. Like, yeah, no, I come for you.
Gotta hit her.
Walter White was what you'd call an anti-hero, and that's what I was supposed to be.
Yeah, Ainz follows his own goal. That like he oscillates between like he is a new he's like basically I would say Ainz would probably be lawful neutral. How about you?
Well, he's like Walter White in that he would be chaotic neutral.
Yeah, he is. He cares about himself. His own.
He pretends to care about his family, but as we found out in the last season, and I was spoiling things, he eventually he was honest with Skylar for the first time. Skylar said, I swear, if I hear you say that you did this for the family one more time, he surprised everyone by saying, no, I did this for me. I was good at it. I liked it. That's a very chaotic neutral motive.
Because again, like, chaotic neutral, he's not being evil. He's not being selfish.
Evil acts.
Chaotic neutral can do a lot of acts and not evil. Again, evil is extreme selfishness.
Gustavo Fring, I classify him as lawful evil.
Makes sense. I mean, basically any evil within an organization like that, and that's wrong.
The definition of a corporate evil. He runs a criminal empire the same way like AT&T runs their business. He sees human lives as numbers on a spreadsheet. He doesn't see any value to human life other than how much money they can make him.
Yeah, that's lawful. Yeah, that's very lawful evil. Well, yeah, because Jamie, for example, Neo, we have established that Neo is chaotic. And
he's chaotic neutral. Doesn't make her a bad person necessarily. That's just who she is.
Isn't that the whole thing with Hines? Hines isn't supposed to necessarily be a bad person, even as he slowly descends.
Interesting thing. Walter White is chaotic neutral. Gustavo Fring is lawful evil. It makes sense that they butt heads.
Because you have chaos going up against the wall. You have,
and Gus tries to make it work. And it just doesn't.
How would you say Gus?
Gustavo Fring. I just said lawful evil.
Yeah, because he tries to be. Yeah, because he's like, okay, I can make money off of this. But you can tell
Walter White wants money too, but he's unpredictable. Which Gus hates. He needs someone who he can trust, who's reliable,
and
predictable.
And the one thing that a chaotic neutral character isn't is reliable or principled.
Or predictable.
Exactly. And I'm not saying that they're not principled, they're not reliable, they're not predictable. They are, I do what I want when I want. They are.
Gustavo Fring is the kind of person who will quietly take off his suit jacket, put on a rubber hazmat suit, pick up a box cutter, and just as calmly as you would eat breakfast, slice a man's throat open while just watch him die, and then just calmly say, dispose of him, as he walks away and gets dressed.
Whereas Walter would not do that.
First, he has to take a life. Gustavo Fring is just sees it as he doesn't even come in to get taken into consideration. It's like, oh, this person is getting in the way of my livelihood.
He basically uses
I will eliminate him.
He basically just uses okay, what do we have to do today? Okay, get supplies,
toilets, sweep the driveway, pick up milk, cut someone's throat.
Yeah, it's just it's the banality of it. That he's like, no, this is
banality of evil.
It's not anything special to him. It's just Oh, is another task. Oh, it's just another chore I have to do today.
Gus isn't even the most evil character in Breaking Bad. There's this,
That's scary.
There's this guy whose uncle is a member of the Aryan Brotherhood, and he's a little sociopath. He helps rob a train of methylamine at one point, so they can have enough to make make a large amount of meth. And this kid comes on a dirt bike after the job's done. Can't really see anything, just looks confused, waves at them. And this guy, just walks up, expressionless, pulls out a pistol, and shoots the kid in the face.
Oh, that.
Out of fucking nowhere.
Out of left field.
He later just went like, oh, he talked too much. He's like, obviously I didn't want to do it, but like it was either us or him, and I chose him. I didn't do it again. Like, he's a literal sociopath. It shows zero remorse for what he did.
Zero empathy. Zero regard for human life.
When he's confronted about it, the only thing he seems to be worried about, genuinely worried, is, oh man, am I going to be kicked out of the group? Am I going to be excluded from this organized crime thing that I'm part of?
Am I not going to get my pay? Am I not going to get my pay?
Part is, he's the most polite, courteous person you'll ever meet. If you met him, you'd think, oh, this is the kind of person, this is the kind of person that you would think you'd run into in Sunday school, like teaching Sunday school class. He's not the kind of person you'd think would kill a kid in cold blood. But there's a certain vacancy in his eyes. It's just unnerving. Frame will murder you without a second thought, without any remorse. But even he draws the line at I refuse to kill a child.
Who, Gus?
Yes. Even he draws the line at that. He doesn't have very high morals, but at least he has that.
He has something, at the very least. But yeah, again, the idea of, I guess this chaotic neutral character that, someone who's from the real world that slowly gets lost into this chaotic neutral persona, if you will, that they have to take upon, is interesting.
The thing is, you have a character in Demir who's lawful evil, who's serving a chaotic neutral master, and is 100% loyal to them. There's an interesting character dynamics to be had, because you already know that he's never going to betray him, but you don't know how the fuck this is going to actually work. So there's definitely differences of opinion and philosophy.
Yes, because law is order, structure, upholding, some kind of organization of some kind or whatever. Insert the Gus standpoint. He is clearly lawful because he's running a criminal organization. Not only doing that, doing it in a very organized, structured, professional manner. That is clearly the sign of a lawful person. or at least in the D&D sense. He's breaking all sorts of laws, but you get the point. You go. I mean, when I say lawful.
You'll pay for this!
So, the kind of person he is, even in his dying moments, after a fucking explosion, a suicide bomb, and he ended up with half his face melted off. You know what the very last thing he did before he died was?
What?
He fixed his tie.
That is a law. That is someone who is that. Yeah, someone who's chaotic does not do that. I'm sorry.
As his synapses were dying off and his brain was shutting down, the very last thing he did was calmly walk out of the destroyed room and fix his tie.
Yeah.
Terrified of.
Yeah, because no fucks given. Whereas you take then you go to the opposite side. Chaos. The ultimate expression of free will, of freedom, of making your own choices. And that's Walter White.
The fine thing about Gus is he will split your throat. He'll slit someone's throat 1 minute, and then not even a half hour later, he's at his restaurant giving a pep talk to his employees making minimum wage.
That's scary.
Yes.
But yeah, so again, like the whole thing of law versus chaos, that's gonna be an interesting dynamic right there.
Since they have to get along because the Demiurge type is eternally loyal to the Ainz type.
He is forced into this relationship and he can't leave, no matter how hard he...
No, he chooses to. I mean, his loyalty is the only thing keeping him from defying him. He is loyal to a fault.
Yeah, like if all of these characters had free will of their own, like that weren't bound by this unbreakable.
They don't know what to do with it.
Like basically, if Demiurge could rebel or whatever, he'd be the big, he would in a heartbeat.
He can rebel. Because he does have free will now. He just didn't before. He's gone his entire life without free will, and now he suddenly has it.
And now he can, well...
He continues to serve Ainz, but, every time he, follows one of Ainz's orders, there should be a sense of, a part of him dies. Do it for my master. Oh, fuck, that hurts.
Oh, God. It's so painful. Oh, here's a fun fact here about Demiurge.
Who would win? All of Ainz's faction, including Ainz himself, in Nazarick, or an Ultramarine?
I'm gonna have to give that to Ainz.
Really?
A single Ultramarine? Yeah, the Ultramarine chapter? Then... we've got
What would be a more even fight?
Basically, oh, I know what'd be a fair fight. The Ultramarines Legion, at its height in the Great Crusade, led by Rabute Gilliman, their Primarch, versus The Overlord versus Nazareth.
And who do you think will come out on top in that more or less fair fight?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, I don't know, but that'd be some level of fireworks, wouldn't it?
It would.
Like that is good.
Before reinforcements could arrive.
Yeah, because basically, here's the thing. We're talking about the Imperium of Man in the Great Crusade, because again, we're taking from the Great Crusade era for the Ultramarines, so that'd be their reinforcements. Then Nazareth would lose.
Ultimately, like, even the Inquisition, let's say they used the Life Eater virus.
He's undead.
They're all undead.
Honestly, what would likely be the... Like, okay, also, the Inquisition does not exist in the Great Crusade. That's a post-Great Crusade. That's a post-Horus Heresy creation, actually. Just for clarification of the 40K timeline. So, what might work would be Sisters of Silence. That would throw a thorn in their side.
Remark at Nazareth. Just one. Like, who do you think would be the most evenly matched?
In terms of pure combat ability?
Yes, overall, who do you think wouldn't be too OP as to just slaughter everyone, but just OP enough where they are about evenly matched?
Okay, so Magnus is out, because Magnus... You think Ainz has fucking magic power on the ass? Magnus can crush mountains with his mind.
What about the one who just loves punching people?
Oh, Vulcan? Vulcan would be amazing.
Immortality will not save you from Ainz, because he'll just have Demiurge just tie you up and skin you for the rest of time to make paper.
Oh, so basically what Conrad first did in the actual Horus Heresy. Yeah, that was a fun
Hell and Demiurge would probably get along just fine.
Well, I'm sitting between Vulcan crushing Demiurge with bugs.
Fucking Butler was able to just murder somebody by thumping them in the forehead and made their head explode just by thumping them in the forehead.
He literally did the one finger death punch. He literally did the one finger death punch.
And he used his pinky and fucking stomped this guy's head out of existence.
Okay, so I immediately have to disqualify any of the ones that can use psychic abilities, because as much as I hate with it, even Lorgar, after getting the psychic powers, would most certainly after it's
Not very tasty. This won't be pretty.
So, I'm trying to think. The Angron, well, Angron is Angron. He probably, Cocutus would certainly have a fun time for a bit before he gets ripped apart, but the Angron would probably rip through everything. He's too angry. Sanguinius would literally stomp the entirety of Nazareth. Sanguinius can literally snap Greater Demons over his knee like Batbane did to Batman.
Down here just catching his blade with her pinky nail like she did with that swordsman.
It'd be a surprise, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we really want to go
like
fucking...
Shalatier succeeded in doing that, caught the blade of his sword with her pinky nail and completely stopped it while stopping the yawn.
It'd be quite a shock. I'm trying to think. Yeah, basically, I'm trying to think. If we really wanted to make it unfair, we could have the Emperor.
I kind of want Shalatier at least to survive.
The Emperor would just be like... amateurs. And just... Because here's the other thing, though, is... This is another thing that I feel like is waste potential, because they bring up the fact that Ainz is apparently really low level within the span of the game.
Because the game doesn't even have an in-game map.
Right, he's like a low level guild leader. Like, apparently there's players a lot stronger than him when the game was still on, and it's just like, and he's kind of nervous, like, oh, what if other players are in the game? And I'm like, they really haven't done anything with that, have they?
The thing is, Ainz is level 85, I believe. Shalatier is level 90.
Yes.
And in RPG terms, you know how big a difference 5 levels makes, don't you?
Yeah, and if that's saying, and if what they're saying is true, then that means people with a lot more levels than Ainz that was in the game.
If the light novels are correct, the level cap was rumored to be 175.
Meaning, if Ainz went up against someone with that, he's boned.
Oh.
75, though, would have the ability to literally erase a planet.
Basically, alright, I'm done with this world. Oof.
Oh, guys, I just found the keyhole.
Say the Emperor would be.
He's not 175. He can't destroy a planet by himself. But I would definitely say he would be in the at least 140.
Oh, about that. Sorry for lying to you. It's okay.
Definitely able to beat on.
You can travel to other worlds.
Unless he pulls some more cash shop item bullshit.
So many places.
But here's the other thing, though, is
I know
the Emperor's a perpetual. He can come back.
Somehow. I'm
Ainz
sure
can't.
of it.
Well, actually, the thing is, resurrections do exist in Overlord. You know, because Shalatier got brought back.
That is true. She did get back. But yeah, Jamie,
Ooh. Got a new keyblade.
It cost an entire room's worth of gold, but she was brought back.
But yeah, Jamie, like, the idea of, like, making our own better version of like, a kind of idea of, like, Overlord. Oh, this sounds fun. Don't it?
Alright, got the Crab Claw Keyblade.
Of course, we couldn't have someone like Sanguinius go up against Nazarick.
No, because Sanguinius is literally is like one of the best of the Primarchs. Like Sanguinius can break bloodthirsters over his knee like Batman did, like Bane did with Batman. Like, you don't think he couldn't do that?
Let me put it to you like this. I'd say Shalatier's power will be on the same level as a greater demon.
And that means, Jamie, he could break her over his back without even trying.
Just maybe she might have slightly higher dex and strength and speed.
Right,
So maybe
but I
she's
don't
a little bit more durable.
I don't fancy her. You
Her best hope is to flee, which you know she wouldn't do.
Right, because she's a sadist.
She's a sadomasochist, because she enjoys taking punishment too.
Hey, it's true too. She likes giving and taking.
Oh, how confused would Sanguinius be if he like pops on Shalakir's arm and he just hears a moan and sees her blushing.
Alright. If I remember right, the next world is Neverland.
What would Sanguinius be thinking? Like, he'd probably think, wait, what the fuck?
Probably just be like, oh, I think this is it. It's like, what is a Slanesh demon doing here?
Guys, what do you think? Continue on to Neverland or save it for next time?
I save it for next time. I have like 35 minutes before I have to go to bed.
All right, I'll save an Agrabah, and I'll save an Agrabah, and then we can continue on, and then we can get off stop the stream for now.
Why'd you normal drive it, Ricky?
Because of that. I was already right in front of it.
No. Fair enough.
All right. I guess that's it for now, guys. For now, everyone. Please make sure to like, subscribe for more content, and come back for the next stream. This has been Ricky Osamaki from the Land of Aloha. With his friends Nick and Jamie. Signing off.
Bye.
Yeah, Nick,